So I'm gonna give you my definition of what Dr. Vegapunk basically was talking about. Well, aside from the islands are gonna be sinking into the ocean, I feel that Dr. Vegapunk doesn't know much about J. Garcia Saturn and the Five Elders, and maybe the people that we know as the world government and the kingdoms. I don't think he knows too much about that background. I'm pretty sure he knows about the ancient kingdom specifically, but him knowing how the Five Elders ran things and how they overthrew the ancient kingdom is a mystery still. Well, I can't say it's a mystery to Dr. Vegapunk, but knowing that the One Piece, the humanoid civilization, is bound to end because of the islands are sinking into the sea is enormous. Don't get me wrong, I love the information, but I was thinking the lines of talking about the Five Elders and the ancient kingdom and the Gorosei and how they became what we know now as the world government. Like, their fruit users have no chance. Like, they're gonna be perished. I'm telling you right now. It's crazy that some people did not pick onto this. I, for certain, did not pick onto this. The island that Robin went to when they built the bridge to connect the islands, right? Because of that, maybe the surface, the tides might have changed. Maybe it be high tide, even Water 7 hinted on that. It seems like everything is coming together now that once we do our research based upon the past events in One Piece. It makes so much sense. Iceberg was not just bragging about things about the future events where he actually wanted to perceive Water 7 in the near future, right? This huge bridge is being reconstructed over and over again. People are coming, prisoners are coming to reconstruct this bridge because of maybe the tides are being driven to be higher and higher every year, every month, maybe every even day. And I feel like the Gorosei knows about this moment what Dr. Vegapunk is saying. Like, what if the Gorosei told Dr. Vegapunk, don't tell everybody just yet? I think that there's things Dr. Vegapunk can just do and play to have the islands float. All these islands can float with proper resources and money, and Dr. Vegapunk can make it happen. Now, knowing about the ancient kingdom, knowing about the void century, that's humongous, that's big, that's something taboo. That is something the girls say don't want to tell nobody. But knowing that the humanoid civilization in One Piece may end because we're gonna have to actually be under the water for now on out, or have our islands actually live on top of the sea surface floating, is nothing too big. Like, this announcement, it has to be something beyond this, what Dr. Vegapunk gonna say next chapter. And I definitely was right. Just because Marcus Mars did not destroy the transponder snail before the chapter end, that meant that that transponder snail, that Marcus Mars, had nothing to do with the broadcast. Now, I can't say Dr. Vegapunk is smart. We already know that was coming. He cannot just destroy something. He's gonna take precaution. Dr. Vegapunk is going to take precaution about, just in case, if you think you have the right transponder snail that's begging to broadcast through the whole world. And this is not even a loss, I feel like, for the Gorosei. This is not even a loss for them. Like, eventually, they're probably going to say it to the whole world. Like, the Marines can say that to the whole world, and everybody around is going to listen to the Marines. Maybe not right now, but in the past century, like, they were going to listen to the Marines. Like, the Marines are the heroes. If God would have said it, everybody would have listened. But let's talk about Dr. Vegapunk and how his brain is still floating in this tube and his consciousness is still alive. Like, everything maintained the way it should be. Now, it's different from if Dr. Vegapunk brain is in a hyperbolic time chamber or something like that, right? In a cryogenic state. So I would think that things is still carrying on. And Marcus Mars even questioned, what is death at this moment? Like, if Dr. Vegapunk's mind is still working, how is this happening? Like, he transcends death. Dr. Vegapunk is the only person that can do that. How he transcended death, I do not know the means of, but he definitely did it. And like we said before, we already speculated this broadcast was going out only because his heart rate flatlined. This definitely has to do with the devil fruit genetics. Like, how can he pit his devil fruit genes, his body, his soul, and something else, and it will continue living? At this point, I'm not even surprised that Dr. Vegapunk even did this. But I want to talk about something real quick. We see that the Birdie Kingdom, where Chopper actually trained at in the South Blue, one of these people have a third eye, I can assume a third eye or a eye tattoo on their left sleeve. So I'm pretty sure that once the third eye thing comes in play, a major play inside One Piece, Chopper is going to give us so much information on this idea, because that we see that Oda's hinting a lot of things in this chapter. But this chapter is definitely being carried on the past people that the Straw Hats met in past villages that we once visited. Now, it took more time out for this in this chapter, but we still got more fighting scenes with Sanji. Listen, Sanji is getting so much credit on Egghead, it don't make no sense, bro. Sanji's feats are on a whole nother level in Egghead. The way that he handled Ethan Boron was so crazy, so amazing for Sanji. Even though Ethan Boron almost ate him, Sanji feats are increasing with the likes of him battling Kizaru, right? With the likes of him actually battling the Seraphim. And Ethan Boron gave him more credit in this chapter. And Ethan Boron's power is so crazy in this chapter also that his body turns into flames. And when his body turns into flames, it turns into the devil, you know, that he actually is. And he bit a chunk out of Sanji. Not actually bit him, but kind of like he damaged Sanji. Even though Sanji's body is hard, his exoskeleton is working, his armor and hockey is so good, Sanji took a little bit of damage with the Ethan Boron bite. Now I wish Oda actually would have capitalized on this giant like Nika form, right? Bonnie. I wanted to see what she actually can do with Ethan Boron, because she did not stand a chance between J. Garcia Saturn. Like, it didn't work because J. Garcia Saturn made sure that Bonnie had no hope that her powers would actually work against him. But nonetheless, we see that Bonnie has a free shot on Ethan Boron because of the simple fact that giants are holding him down. Like I said before, we actually see it right here, but we do not see the end of what actually is going to happen if Bonnie lays her foot on Ethan Boron. So I don't think it's gonna happen because in fact we not see right here. In next chapter, he probably gonna dodge it or maybe do something spectacular that have us in an owie. Now I can say Shepard has to do something, man, because right now he's looking ridiculously like he's the weakest of the 5 elders. So once we fast forward to Robin, we see that Robin actually recognized J. Garcia Saturn from Orihara and Orihara incident. We all speculated that was the 5 elders actually laid siege on Orihara anyway, but to see that the Straw Hats actually is standing up to J. Garcia Saturn, the other Straw Hats, right, like Chopper, right, Usopp, right, and Brook, like Brook slashed off one of the tentacles of J. Garcia Saturn. Like, give some credit to Brook and give some credit to Straw Hats actually standing up to protect Robin. It's a group mission of the Straw Hats. They have their right mind frame, right? They in sync in protecting Robin, right? So J. Garcia Saturn is gonna stand toe to toe with the other Straw Hats, and hopefully they can actually do something. They can hold him off until somebody else get there. I feel like before Dr. Vegapunk say too much crazy stuff, I feel like York is actually gonna find out where the transponder snail is at. I don't think Dr. Vegapunk is looking forward to talking about the ancient kingdom and how, you know, the Gorosei actually overthrew the ancient kingdom or actually won against the ancient kingdom. He made it clear in this chapter that he doesn't care actually who the evil person is or if they even call them good or evil or not. Like I said before, I think we're gonna get the war, the Void Century, everything on Elbaf. I don't think we're gonna get much here from Dr. Vegapunk. He may continue talking about how the world will actually sink into the ocean, what the tides are doing, and the science behind all that. But I don't think we're looking forward to talking about the ancient kingdom right here. But at the end of the day, I would love to hear you guys' opinions on how you feel about Dr. Vegapunk transcending death. How you feel that Dr. Vegapunk is giving this speech out about the world is truly going to end, where the humanoid simulation may end. And how do you feel about actually the world that we know the earth was sinking to the water? Like, there's so many things went across my mind when I heard about this reveal. Even though I wanted something other than this reveal about the land actually sinking into the ocean, I feel as though that maybe, what if the ancient kingdoms already knew this, in fact, right? What if the ancient kingdoms wanted to get this out for the world, and that's where the rebellion started? And maybe these ancient weapons were put in place to help the world in the future on this problem that they will face soon. Like I said before, you got Shirahoshi who can control, like, you know, the Sea King. So what if the Sea King can actually do things that would prolong this? Things that can actually help the humans out on the One Piece world to withstand this? I think that maybe the ancient weapons was not placed to be weapons. Like, maybe that's a word that people once called them, but maybe there's something else now, right? Maybe they was named something else that would help the world face this apocalypse. In my opinion, these ancient weapons are something else being placed, created by the ancient kingdom to help the world about this apocalypse. Tell me how you feel about that theory though, because it all makes sense. If this ancient kingdom was a powerful race, who gonna be their opponents? Who will be the people that opposes them when they're so strong? Like, they don't need ancient weapons. Why would they need something like that when nobody stands toe to toe against them? I can only say this will be the biggest L for the Gorosei, because of the simple fact, if the Gorosei, the 5 elders, overthrew the ancient kingdom because of the simple fact the ancient kingdom wanted to give the civilizations a chance to knowing this, and some people in the ancient kingdom did not want this going out, like, this is way bigger than the Void Century, right? or this could be reason why the void century happened is because the ancient kingdom want to tell the people, and some people in the ancient kingdom did not want to get this broadcast out. Regardless of what it is, if that's the case, this is the biggest L the Gorosei may face, and I don't think that's the biggest L in my opinion. Nevertheless, I feel like Dr. Vegapunk knew this was an importance to the humankind, knew this was a global importance to the world of One Piece. This apocalypse will eventually happen in the future. I don't know how close the future may be, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Vegapunk gonna tell us in the next chapter. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to get more of me and more One Piece content. This chapter was a 10 out of 10. I love stuff like this, world builders, right? Thank you for watching. Love you. Love yourself. Peace.